Alright, hey guys, I'm Jenna. I'm doing the 6th option of the American Revolution TickTackToe board, and I'm taking on the perspective of an American Revolutionary soldier, just the American one, not the British one. So I'm just going to be talking about like their perspective pretty much. So yeah. Thanks for watching my video, and hope you guys enjoy. Alright, hey guys, let's rewind time. This is going to be a little bit funky. So, right here, 2016. Okay, so let's bring that back, 1900s, little back, 1850s, then 100 years-ish, about mid 1700s. That's pretty much when all of this started, when the king, it's just crazy. So, I'm going to step aside a bit. I'm going to have a friend that's going to help me. So, they're gonna hear like right around here to help, okay? So let's bring him in. 3, 2, 1. So they're right there, I don't hear you. So don't be rude, say hi. Hey guys, I'm Jeff. Alright, cool. So bye-bye. Alright, so now they're on, but they're gonna pretty much help me with everything, really. They're gonna be my second person, literally. So, yeah, let's get started. When people first joined the army, or they wanted to join the army, they wanted to join the militia more than the Continental Army. There were two of them that if you joined the militia and the Continental Army, basically. Yeah. They wanted to join the militia. The militia was basically like locals from the colonies that were volunteering to be part of the war in emergency. They were like farmers, blacksmiths, people that, you know, did ordinary jobs. Shovels, farms, militia! It was less vigorous than the Continental Army. They didn't train as much, and they didn't get paid, of course. They were volunteers. And the Continental Army, on the other hand, it was more vigorous, you know. They did get paid, but they had longer service hours. They did more work. They trained more. So therefore, people were more hesitant to join. Wars. During the war, they were very naive about it. They didn't think that, you know, Britain was something that they should be worried about, but they were very wrong, obviously. I mean, like, Britain before the colonies and all that, they have taken down more countries. They've taken down a lot. I mean, like, compared to the colonies, they were much more experienced. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna win this war. We definitely aren't going against a nation that has probably won more wars than we have been established. They have your definition of America. The age range in the army was between 16 years old and 65 years old. And the young ones, you know, 16 years old, 20 years old, they could be messengers, water carriers, or drummer boys. They didn't exactly do all the dangerous work. Contrary to popular belief, actually, they didn't exactly always wear blue. Blue became technically the official color later in the war, but the styles and the colors would vary. They were pretty much the rainbow army. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. My turn, no one else's. The standard weaponry that they had were flintlock muskets. They reloaded very quickly, but they were extremely inaccurate. It was literally head on of the person I shot. Their head was like right here, like I was right here, and they were right there. And I shot him, but for some reason, it missed. So during the war, the soldiers didn't exactly have the best accommodations. They had worn out clothes, a poor diet, had insanitary conditions. It was just horrible. Like, more died of disease than they actually did the war. Alright, so the ration for the soldiers actually was a pound of bread, a pound of meat, a gill of peas or beans, and then a gill of rum. But, you know, drink. But I mean, like, they were even lucky just to get half of that. Bread! They were very low on food. They didn't exactly have ample amount of resources or necessities for everyday life. Soldiers had such bad living conditions that when they were camping out near a village or they were staying in the village, they would steal from the locals. Like, it got so bad at one point that the officials and like the higher rankings, they actually had to, if they found out that anyone was stealing or they caught anyone stealing, they would give them a death sentence. Possibly worst thing that could happen to the soldiers was to get captured by Britain. And what Britain did, they didn't treat them nicely at all. They had poor living conditions. They didn't give them food sometimes. I mean, like, the worst thing that could happen was sent to a ship where they would be crowded together, and that was pretty much a death sentence to them. So even during the war, the soldiers, if they went on a small expedition, they were expected to bring their own clothes, their own food, their own ammunition, their own weaponry, all clothes. They were expected to bring all that on their own. Would it be called America? America would be so much different than it. Stay. So even though the soldiers didn't have the best conditions during the war, they always kept their hope. They always had something happy to go to. And that's what led the colonies win the war. And if they didn't have all that hope, if they didn't all have that positivity, they probably wouldn't have won the war. And America, if it would be still called America, would be much more different than what it is now. So during and after the war, many of the soldiers and the officers actually complained and protested against, who was leading them in the government. Soldiers would oftentimes complain that they weren't getting paid enough or the living conditions were too bad. Officers thought they believed that they were being treated that well. At the end of the war, when officers were denied pension, they got so angry that they actually threatened to conspire against the government. So after the war, many officers and soldiers held grudges against the army for reasons we don't exactly know. Oh my goodness! Afterwards, the colonies suffered an economic drop and population dislocation. Dislocation. When the British blockade was in effect, many people widespread all across the colonies were unemployed.